Politico launched their class of 2020, the 28 people that influenced European politics the most over the last year. Jerzy Kwasniewski from the Polish ultraconservative organization Ordo Iuris is one of the 28. His organization is responsible for the ban of abortion and the creation of the so-called LGBTI Free Zones in Poland. While we all think this is unfortunate, such a person has so much influence, actually Politico did a good job with nominating him to raise awareness. Through deception and infiltration, his organization has influenced Polish and European politics considerably. Over the last decade, anti-democracy and illiberal forces have teamed up to fight the core of what the European Union stands for. With the help of American evangelicals and Russian oligarchs close to the Kremlin, the anti-gender and the anti-LGBTI movement has picked women's rights activists and the LGBTI community as the scapegoat to materialize their worldview. The women's rights activists and LGBTI community all across the European Union is in the front line to defend our human rights and democracy. In the last year, we have seen trans light being wiped away, LGBTI free zones in 2 member states, gender study academics under fire, and LGBTI and women rights activists detained during peaceful protests. Mid-December, I was on a virtual mission to Poland with the LGBTI intergroup in the European Parliament. It was extremely shocking to see how much fear the activists on the ground have and how tired they are to fight a never-ending war with well-organized and well-financed organizations like Ordo Iuris. Many of the Polish LGBTI activists are nowadays being sued by Ordo Iuris and the government for, amongst other things, defamation. While organizations like Ordo Iuris, but also wider European organizations have big legal teams, our activists rely on pro bono lawyers and crowdfunding for their defense. We as Democrats need a counter Ordo Iuris, an institute or think tank that prevents LGBTI activists or women's rights activists from being sued and provide proactive strategical thinking on how to defend democracy and human rights, provide sustainable legal assistance across the Union to our democracy defenders, and structurally monitor the anti-gender, anti-LGBTI, or even more generally, anti-democracy movement. There is no time to wait. It is time to act. My wish for 2021 is that all human rights activists come together and mobilize against the anti-gender and anti-LGBTI movement. A good read during the Christmas break is this study by Elena Sachenko and published by the Green MEP Heidi Hautala, and it deals about the anti-gender movement in Europe. Women's rights and LGBTI rights are human rights everywhere in the European Union. We need to stand up to secure the fundamental rights of our EU citizens. Happy New Year!